Hello and welcome to Funny Science Fiction, the live edition. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another Monday Fun Day live edition of the Funny Science Fiction. I don't know why I do that. Every other week, I'm like, what else stupid can I say at prior?
We are the only reason that Mondays are worthwhile.
We could try something like that, sure. Yeah, let's go with that next time, maybe. But yes, the Funny Science Fiction podcast, which was launched in the year 2020, just like some other plagues against humanity.
Like I said.
Now, before we get into our show tonight, we need to say thank you to our show partners, which, of course, are River City Teas and the awesomeness of Level Up Lightsabers.
Let's roll that beautiful nerd footage.
With over 700 designs to choose from, River City Teas has something for everyone. Need some new nerd merch? River City Teas has you covered. Need funny or sarcastic designs? River City Teas has you covered. Are you looking for a new logo or custom design? Whether you need 1 or 100, River City Teas has you covered. With multiple colors and options for each and every design. With things to choose from like shirts, hoodies, phone cases, coffee mugs, and so much more. Be sure to follow River City Teas on Facebook and Instagram. If you do, you'll get the latest on designs and information about upcoming sales. River City Teas. Let's make a shirt together. All right, and now for Level Up Lightsabers. Yeah, I still like that.
It's never going to get old. Never.
No, probably not.
Oh.
Jason Taylor's already commenting. All right.
Huh.
I cannot wait to see that beautiful guy from 3. Max isn't on the show.
Oh, goodness.
I wonder if Jason knows that he's talking about Max, and does Max know that Jay's talking about Max? That's what we're going to have to find out.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Inquiring minds want to know.
It's going to be that show.
It's always that show when Jason's
I know, right?
involved.
It's us. All right, let's give a warm welcome to our guests or captives. I'm not sure. And it starts raining as soon as I say that. That was weird. Anyway.
Evil.
All right. Tonight we have the incredibly strong Tina Marie, a fellow podcaster who you will be able to find soon on her new show, Ascend and Conquer. Welcome,
Hi, Tina. Welcome.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're excited to have you.
And our other guest, since Max apparently couldn't join us tonight, we have Jason. Golly, I love Jean-Claude Van Damme Taylor from the 3 Geeks podcast.
Kathleen, your talent never ceases to amaze me.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I love how that since you did it, it was like, oh, it's so nice and so great. Even though I'm the one who wrote your introduction, had I done that introduction, he'd been like, Tim's being mean to me again. Picking on Jean-Claude.
Tim's being mean to me, making me say that I'm in the bathroom, you guys. I'm in the bathroom because my jokes are going to be crappy. So
It
was a suggestion. It wasn't really
the porcelain clink when you move your arm is really like
it's selling it.
You know what's a milestone today? I've known Tina for a year now, and this is the first time we've been on camera together.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? I lied to you earlier, Jason. I have been on camera with Tina once before. It was last year during Indie Pods. I had this. You came in at the end of my bit, and we were sitting there. I was doing a talk about Focused on 4 and how I had got into podcasting, why I had got into podcasting. And then you came in at the end and we talked for a little bit there. I had forgotten about that until just now.
Me too. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no wonder Tim's face is always familiar. That's why I'm so drawn to you.
He just has that
And now
face.
Kathleen.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm not going to porcelain clink anymore. hang out right here.
She put she's like, no, I'll just go for the counter. It's all good.
All right, in my bathroom too. I feel like Tina has just got the perfect setup for podcasting.
Well, the acoustics are good, and that's really what we want to go for.
Oh.
So before we get started into tonight's festivities, let's have each of you talk about your shows a little bit, and later on we'll circle back and you can tell everybody where to find them. But so Tina, I know that you're starting a new show. It's called Ascend and Conquer, and it's got an awesome meaning behind it because you've had some changes in your life and you're moving forward in things. You're truthfully ascending to something new and you're conquering life. So tell us a little bit more about it and what you're looking to do on the show, who you're looking to have on, and all that kind of stuff.
We have already had a few guests. It's really awesome. The whole show's premise is about ascending and conquering, and what we're ascending and conquering, and what those two things mean, because they have so many different definitions for both words. So some people might think of ascend as in climbing to a mountain and then you conquer it, whatever that mountain or sometimes a molehill might be. And I've had guest Daniel Bruce Levin, who's a fantastic writer on there already. He wrote The Mosaic. He's awesome. So Ascend and Conquer is really just about what we've achieved and overcome, but with the same. I used to host the Psychedelic podcast, as a lot of people know, and we're going to keep the same rhythm going with it. We're going to be funny, but we're going to talk about tough subjects too.
Awesome. All right, cool. I'm looking forward to hearing some of that. And I even hear that you're going to have a guy from Focused on Forward on there soon. So that'd be kind of cool too.
I'm so excited to have that guy, AKA Tim.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to being on your show as well. I'm excited for that. And then now, Jason, now you've been on here a couple times. We've talked about Three Geeks before, but just in case we have somebody new in the audience who is not familiar with Three Geeks podcast, talk about your show. Tell people why they should be checking out Three Geeks. And by the way, I give Jason a lot of crap. He's a very good friend of mine. I love Jay. He's a good dude. But I just have to put it out there. I love picking on Jay. Jay loves picking on me, but I love his show, and I'm a subscriber, and I strongly suggest that you guys check out Three Geeks podcast. Okay. So now I can say all the crap I want because I said something nice.
I don't even know how to respond to that because Tim and I, we have this fake war that we do between our live shows, and it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. But no, the Three Geeks podcast is a lot like this show without the planning, without the topic,
without the Google Doc. What?
But no, we're a podcast. We have honest conversations about the things we like. I talked about my first date with a lovely lady that I'll be having a second date with very, very soon. And I'm not afraid to bring my personal life into that podcast either. So I hope that, you guys have fun. But I want to talk real quick because John will kill me about Matt Talk.
Fine. Yeah, go for it, man. Do it.
We're a bunch of younger guys that talk about a show that a lot of elderly people enjoy. And John and I
played at most nursing homes.
As soon as COVID-2, the Delta strain, is over, then hopefully we can go tour the nursing homes. And John and I have a lot of pudding we plan on giving away.
Oh, man. Take Lorna Doones with you.
I love pudding. Oh, my gosh. When I lived in England, they gave me extra pudding all the time at school.
Applesauce Jello.
I'm really good at faking a British accent.
Play spades with them afterwards. It'll be fantastic.
I worked long enough in a nursing home. You take Lorna Doones and they will be your best friend.
Isn't that the one where people put their buttons and things in afterwards, the tins?
Similar cookie, but yeah.
Okay. Same basic idea?
Yeah. And I totally have one of those tin cookies, those cookie tins next to me, and it's actually got all of my sewing stuff in it because that's what runs in those.
John and I actually had a Matt Talk fan reach out to us and ask us to come over to her house and watch episodes with her.
Oh,
that's adorable.
We politely declined, but we will take it on tour eventually.
Did you write your mom and say thank you for the fan letter?
My mom wishes I'd shut up. So.
Enough out of you, Jason.
That's funny. All right, so cool. So we'll circle back at the end of the show and make sure that everybody knows where they can find Ascend and Conquer, and of course, Three Geeks podcast. Later on, we'll make sure that everybody's familiar with that. So for tonight's festivities, I'll put this up real quick because Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob, has a question for your guests. What do you think of the movie Dune? And if you like it, how do you cope with being so wrong?
Mick, I have never seen the movie Dune. I couldn't get past the trailer.
What is it even about?
And I love David Lynch.
Spice.
It's about spice and the musician Sting running around in a banana hammock. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's not what you think.
Fancy.
So yeah,
it is a slow burn of stupid.
That's the best quote. That's also a quote from Mick Manhattan, and probably the best quote about that movie I think I've ever heard, seen, read. But yeah, so all right. And to answer your question, what's it about? Mick says it's about being stupid.
Okay.
It's a fantastic written piece of classic sci-fi literature that, when it got transferred to movie, went horribly, horribly wrong. John says Dune would be better with a Muppets remake. He's still hanging his head.
It would be better if it was just cats and catnip.
Ooh, I love
if it was cats fighting over catnip, way better.
So what you're saying is you take the movie Cats from a couple years ago.
Oh, don't talk about that while Mick's listening.
That gives Mick the feels. And combine that with the movie Dune. And
Mick likes cats?
Just the Taylor Swift portion of
Mick
Cats.
has some very strong feelings for the Taylor Swift cat, and it gets creepy very quickly.
It gets a little awkward, I'm not going to lie. But, hey, he's Mick, and we just run with it. We smile and nod, smile and nod, smile and nod.
I love that guy, Mick.
I can't even read it out loud. I'll just let you read it for yourself.
I'm so turned on right now. I did it for you.
Well, see, that's why we brought Tina in, because she does that fantastic Mick Manhattan.
I did a good voice.
Tay for life. Cat Dune equals litter.
Oh.
Thank you, Facebook user. All right. Hey, and by the way, for anybody who's watching on my personal Facebook page, as a reminder, for whatever reason, StreamYard is not showing comments from personal Facebook pages right now. They're kind of being jerks about it. If you'd like to watch and have us interact with you, please go to either our YouTube channel. Please go to the Funny Science Fiction podcast page, and it would help. So, and that way we can interact with you if you're putting comments on my personal Facebook page. So anyway, all right. So on to tonight's festivities. So what we're going to do is we're calling it the Reanimation Project. And so it's a low rent version of the remake Revolution, but it's the same basic concept, but not quite the same. We may have stolen this completely from Three Geeks, and we'd like to call it repurposing. So tonight on the Reanimation Project, we're going to take live action sci-fi and superhero movies and recreate them, but as an animated project. So what this means is we're going to ask each of our guests to tell us what movie they picked and why. Why do they think it'd be better as an animated project? Who's their director? Who's in what roles? And obviously you don't have to pick every actor in the movie, but just the main handful that people are going to know or recognize or should know and recognize from the movie. And then talking about, if you have an idea of what type of animator you wanted or animation you like and you want it to like mimic that style, great. If you haven't thought about that, that's fine too. And then, of course, your soundtrack. What type of music are you going to have on it? Or is there a soundtrack that you'd like to mimic? Okay. So with all that being said, I'm going to let Jason actually go first, because Jason is not only a pro because of the remake Revolution, something we've totally stolen from his show, but he has a really cool concept that I want to see get put into the universe. So I'm going to let Jay go.
All right, so I've been a big fan of, I've always said up until we got it with Batman 66, I'm like, it'd be so cool if they found a way to continue this when we could see the, thanks, Mick. We could see, where the characters were, and we got to see, some fun little things with Adam West and Burt Ward coming back to the characters. So when Tim gave me the rules, I threw the rules out the window, and I was like, the movie I want to see, I'm going to call it a remake of Batman Forever, but what I'm really doing is I'm making the sequel to Batman Returns that Tim Burton had planned on making, where we finally got to see Harvey Dent take the plunge as Two-Face, but only with Billy D. Williams playing the role. I want to see what a Marlon Wayans, maybe I don't get to see Marlon Wayans do it, but we can have his voice and see what the Marlon Wayans Robin would have been like. And I would find somebody to do an impression of Robin Williams, because Robin Williams was Tim Burton's pick to play the Riddler in the Batman 3 that we never got, even though I love Jim Carrey as the Riddler. So what I want Tim Burton in the style of the Nightmare Before Christmas animation to give us the Batman 3, because we've seen Batman animation, it's all great, but we've never seen anything. And what's more Tim Burton than the Nightmare Before Christmas animation style? So we bring that in. We get to make the movie that he had planned on making. Us nerd boys can finally see what the original vision was. Because I personally, and I know it's not a popular opinion, but I think Batman Returns is fantastic. As dark and weird as that movie got, and it looks like 3 was going to get more dark and weird already. Get Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's already back on board for this whole Batman thing. So let's get Michael Keaton to do the voice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what this movie would have looked like. Because Billy D. Williams, he was robbed. The man should have been playing Harvey Dent and Batman Forever, and not, the I don't care, I'm in this movie. Casey has a cute butt.
I think he meant Robin Williams, but either way, sure.
Okay.
Or is Casey's Facebook user that isn't showing up?
Casey's Facebook user, yes.
I love you, Casey and Mick. But we get to see this movie that we've all kind of been curious about, and I think that this needs to happen. I think because there's a lot of, like, with John Schnepp's Death of Superman Lives, what happened. Like, with that being so popular, why haven't they tried to make an animated version of what that movie would have looked like with Kevin Smith's script and Tim Burton? So give us this. Let us have the Nightmare Before Christmas style Batman 3 that we never got before.
That sounds really cool.
Nope, he meant Casey. Okay. So actually, I love that idea. And that's why I said I want to see this get put out into the universe. It needs to kind of happen. Because I had never thought about it being, when you and I were talking about it, you said you wanted to do the Tim Burton thing. I didn't realize you meant Tim Burton animation as well. And that actually kind of amps up the cool factor.
Yeah, I mean, how else would you do it? Because he's not making a live action movie. So a lot of his style would go away if you didn't pull in his animation style.
Yeah, I get that now. But for whatever reason, I didn't connect those two dots earlier. And for me, that just totally sells it. It makes it that much cooler of a concept, and yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun.
And get Jamie Costa to do the voice of the Riddler. If you guys have not heard Jamie Costa's Robin Williams impression, then you're missing something. Go check it out. That man is talented.
Is he the same one who did it? No, that wasn't him. I think Dan Castanella did the genie in Aladdin 2.
Yeah, he was horrible.
It was awful. Okay. All right. So who's going to do your soundtrack, or what type of soundtrack you looking to get in this?
Randy Elfman with Tim Burton's guy, Danny Elfman.
Mm-hmm.
But how cool would Randy Newman be as a part of that soundtrack?
Have a really dark theme song, kind of like, Short People Have No Reason to Live, but as a darker version.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That could be kind of cool.
See Catwoman return.
See, now I'm seeing this is Halloween, but with Catwoman, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool ways that you can go with this, and a lot of different twists you could take with it because of the Tim Burton connection. And I do agree with you. I thought Batman Returns was actually a pretty decent movie, even though Shoemaker was doing his best to try and screw over the franchise from that point forward.
The Shoemaker didn't do Returns forever.
I thought he'd. Well, that's what I meant. Batman Forever. Excuse me.
Yeah, I like Forever too. Apparently, there's a cut of Forever that's a little bit longer and it's darker because Shoemaker wanted to make a darker movie.
Right, but Warner Brothers wanted something a little happier, campier.
Yeah, and then he gave up with 4 and just let them have their movie.
And then he put nipples on Batman, and he'll never be forgiven. So, yeah, that's a whole nother problem.
Batman can't have nipples.
Well, he can, just not on the outside of
just
the suit.
not on the outside of the suit. It's weird.
Just looks awkward.
That is strange.
Yeah, who needs to see armored nipples? I never understood that. From the time the first image of that came out, I was like, but why?
It's funny. That's one of the things that when they first released the Robert Pattinson suit pictures,
yeah,
John and I are like, no bat nipples. Yeah.
No nips. We can watch. Let's do it. All right.
All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna
All
watch
right.
the vampire turn into a bat. Let's see what happens.
All right, cool. Yeah, I don't think we missed anything with you. I think you picked that all out.
Apparently my
Looks sound like
husband's
for the most part you're
actually-
keeping all the same people, just a couple minor changes.
Yeah, I'm bringing in I want to get the original people he had in mind because most of them are still alive. Like I said, we got to get Jamie Costa to cover for Robin Williams. But
Yeah, I think that's workable. I think that's doable.
Robin Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I really want to see this movie now.
I do too. I
the
think
one
it'd
you
be cool.
created.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Let's
All
get
right.
a budget together. Let's do it.
All right, now I'm working on Ernest Goes to the Gym, starring John Cena. That's the movie I'm trying to pitch to the internet right now. But
I was just thinking about wrestling.
hey, John Cena looks like Ernest, right?
Especially right now.
I was thinking about wrestling because the Batman nipple thing.
Oh, okay. John Cena's Batman.
That's quite the leap to go from bat nips to wrestling, but okay.
The outfits, put it together. I'm not going to
It
say
makes
the
sense.
four-letter acronym.
Okay.
I can see it.
We'll go with it. All right, Kathleen, do you want to go next? You want me to go next?
I will totally go next.
All right, Kathleen, lay it on
I
us.
have decided that I want Aquaman to be an animated movie since it's already half CGI anyway. We will just okay, we will pause for mixed butt list.
My list of awesome butts. Cat
He's not wrong on any of them.
No, that's fair. But I'd put Casey at number one.
He wins the
I mean, I
anime.
haven't actually seen Casey's butt. I can't say that I agree with that one because Casey's always sitting when I see him. So
Me too. That's why it doesn't make any sense. What I said.
If
Yeah,
you listen
but-
closely, you can hear this show going slowly off the rails. Anyway,
slowly, let's go faster.
I know the rules.
I thought we were going full speed off the rails here.
That's what
usually
happens
every-
when I'm here.
that's usually every Monday. It's okay. It's a Monday thing.
It's all right. We've had worse. It'll be okay.
All right, go ahead. So you want to do
Aquaman.
Aquaman at?
Yes.
Okay.
The Warner Brothers version of Aquaman as an animated Warner Brothers movie because Warner Brothers actually does really good animation.
Yes, they do.
Sorry, John. I'm sorry. I will always love your butt more, John. But I would like to
Aw.
see Jason Momoa in the role of Aquaman because Jason Momoa. However, I'm gonna replace Mara with Emilia Clarke because Jason Momoa and Emilia Clarke have such great chemistry that I think that would come through even in an animated movie. I feel like their on-screen chemistry would be better than Jason Momoa and Amber Heard's ever could be.
I don't know. Emilia Clarke's big screen chemistry with anybody has not been super great.
It hasn't, but after she and Jason Momoa worked together on Game of Thrones, I feel like they, voiceover wise, because it's animated, you're not going to see them on screen. I feel like they could still pull Daenerys and Drogo into it. Sorry, Drogon was the dragon. But that's just me. And because I am who I am, Lin-Manuel Miranda doing the music.
Is it going to be a musical? Please say it's going to be a musical.
Oh, sure. Let's make it a musical.
We're under
Well,
the
it
sea.
is now.
We're under the sea. I don't
So-
have cat nipples, but I have Aquaman nipples.
Oh, yes, but Aquaman at least doesn't wear a shirt, so it makes sense for him to have nipples. Tim's like, how many times are they going to say nipples tonight?
That's the only 2 times I've said it on this show so far.
So now I have to know because, all right, so you're bringing in Lin-Manuel Miranda, and it's apparently going to be a musical.
Why not?
Who's going to do the rap battle? Because there's going to have to be at least one rap battle. So
Yay.
Jason
Oh.
Momoa, sure. He's got to do
Like-
one.
so like between Orm and Arthur, I'm the king of the sea. Like they're like pumping chests. I
I'm
don't
the
know.
king. No, I'm the king.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was my
I mean,
thought.
that would kind of
Could be.
work. And I agree with John. I'm not a big musical fan. which Kathleen usually follows that up with understatement. I hate musicals, but even I want to see Jason Momoa do a rap battle in a musical. I think that would be kind of entertaining. You know,
Now I want to see Jason Momoa do a rap battle with Porky the Pig because that was one of my favorite parts of Space Jam 2.
I want to see him do a lot of things.
So, yeah,
I'm not disappointed.
I agree, Mick. The Sound of Music does suck. So, all right.
It's okay. Mick can be wrong.
He can be wrong. It's fine.
All right.
That's
So,
very wrong.
No, he's not. I agree with him.
It is an acquired taste. It is a very long musical. It is very hard to watch in one sitting, but it is a classic.
You can also go play in traffic, but I don't suggest that either.
We did it with Frogger all the time, so why not?
That's a different story, though. All right. Who's going to direct your movie? Did you say?
I just said it was going to be Warner Brothers, so they can Warner Brothers it up.
Warner Brothers. Okay. And other than Amber Heard, are you changing any other roles?
I'm good with the rest of the cast.
The same?
I am good with the rest of the cast. I just
basically you're remaking this just so you can get rid of Amber Heard.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. He's right. The Sound of Music is the Dune of musicals, and I will give that to him all day, every day. It's horrible. It's god awful.
I wish I had an eject button for Tim.
See, well, the next time I'm on your show, when you're the one controlling the buttons, you can do that.
I will.
And I agree. If you can't watch a movie in one sitting, then it's not a good movie.
I can
He's
watch
right.
it in one sitting. I saw it in
But
theater. It's great.
There's lots of movies that you can break into multiple pieces. You can watch it in one sitting, or you can watch it in multiple sittings, and they're still good movies.
Well, yeah, but
you can watch the extended editions of Lord of the Rings, each individual chunk, movie by movie, or you can break them up so that your butt doesn't go numb.
I can't even get through 15 minutes of Lord of the Rings without.
Look,
falling
if
asleep.
you quit
I'm
on
with
one
you.
of the sections of Lord of the Rings, you're just a quitter. You're doing it because you're a quitter. Okay.
Okay, so I have to pause movies to stand up because I have no butt and it goes numb and it hurts.
And we go to the bathroom a lot because we're girls.
Yes, and I have a tiny person who screams "Mom" at me every 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's your daughter. I thought you were talking about John for a second.
Well, that one too. Babe. Yeah.
Babe, she won't let me play.
I don't understand what Honor was saying. Did you listen to her?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the delayed arguing that I'll hear in a second.
I'm just waiting for it to pop up on the screen. I'm watching
Right?
it closely. Don't worry.
There's like a 3-second delay between what I say here and what happens on the stream in our living room, and it's really fun.
All right, so I think that wraps it up for you. I'm always a big fan of Warner Brothers animation, especially when it comes to their superheroes. The way they've done DC, I wish that they would do their live action the way that they do their animation.
And that's the thing is, I'm like, Aquaman is already so much CGI. It's not that hard just to animate it.
Convert.
John says, and every 15 minutes I have this blonde woman who asks me to get up and get her more snacks.
You are getting up anyway.
What kind of snacks?
All of the snacks. Any snack.
That's the right answer.
I will never be a size 4 for a reason.
She's not really snack specific, so
No, it's usually I want a snack. What do you want? I want something salty.
Anything.
I want snacks
Then
too.
go get snacks, Jason.
I want snacks.
You have a tiny person at your house. Tell your tiny person to get you snacks.
She gets them for me all day.
Hello, Cheese Balls. We have yet to be sponsored, Planters, but if you'd like to sponsor the Funny Science Fiction podcast, I'll be happy to show this off more often.
Or if little Debbie
Just
would
saying.
like to sponsor us, I have an Utter Butter.
What about
Just saying.
Monster?
Hey, everybody, send Tim that fat stack of money for
Ooh.
his podcasting needs. It's
So. Bring
That
snacks.
Facebook user would be Shayna.
Tim, bring snacks. I wish. All right, so
I think she's telling
okay,
you to bring snacks home with you.
yeah, I get what she's saying. All right, so Tina, you want to try it?
Yeah, I'm going to try it. This is completely going to be off the top because
That's okay. We like it.
Yeah, so I went with a famously terrible, ill-advised space mess that's kind of like a misfire of Princess Diaries and Fifth Element hybrid, which is Jupiter Ascending. Partially because it has the word ascend in it, but also because as a lot of people know, I'm really into astrology. So I really love natal charts and stuff. And so when I see the word ascending, I think automatically of that. Anyways, it's got Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum in it, and it was directed by the Wachowskis, they did The Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't love The Matrix?
Right.
But this was a complete disaster, and we need to fix it. So I say we turn Mila Kunis can go away. She's gorgeous and beautiful, but I want to bring, this is basic, but Angelina Jolie in, like with a little bit of a Maleficent twist to it, because I think Mila's too much of a good girl.
Okay.
And Channing Tatum needs to go too. I don't like the ears they put on him. And as a cartoon, it would be in the style of Shrek, because a lot of it has to be. I think it would be funny. I mean, it's such a terrible movie. It has to be facetious.
I love it.
Okay.
Let's
All
see.
right.
What else? So musically, it would have to be something like really quirky. It would be like a quirky epic, but it could also be, I mean, we could take it and make it more like, we could give them Mass Effect type cartoon vibes. If anyone's played Mass Effect, love that
Yes.
game. Or Detroit Become Human, that kind of look, kind of cartoon. I don't know what to call it. Is that CGI? I don't know.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that would probably fix the problems. Take Channing Tatum out. He doesn't belong there. He's too attractive to have those ears, and Mila Kunis is too pretty to play a housekeeper.
Okay.
That is somehow also a princess of the universe. And I would have it directed by Zach Wiseman.
Hey, there you go. Some nobodies. Zach and Dylan are really creative dudes. Awesome podcast. Please go check them out. Love Zach and Dylan. Great guys.
I hate to interrupt, but I have to ask Tim and Kathleen, what is this Mad Libs thing? Because I missed last week's episode.
Jeff, no, we're not doing Mad Libs.
Jeff. Oh, let's do
We have
Mad Libs.
retired Mad Libs.
We retired after last week's debacle.
After Jeff.
After Jeff. No, we tried Mad Libs a couple times. One time it worked. One time,
I feel like if
Jeff and Wally tried really hard, and they did really good, and it was just Mad Libs are 50-50. They're either there or they're not, and we got lucky the first time, and
I feel like if we sent out the Mad Libs, or sent out the list of words you needed first, instead of trying to do it on screen, I feel like it almost would work better.
Okay, so give them something to fill out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Kind of have a scrap ahead
agreement for Mad Libs.
Sort of.
Yeah, no, Jeff, I just said you and Wally did great. It wasn't your guys' fault. You guys are great.
No, it was just the sitting and the prep time.
That's the biggest issue with Mad Libs is that there's 15 of these things you have to fill out, and there's two guys, and you're waiting, and so it kills a lot of dead air. When you're doing a podcast and you're supposed to be talking, you want to have conversation, and we killed conversation pretty effectively last week, which sucks because I had two stand-up comedians on the show. We should have had something that was a little snappier, moving a little faster, and something that would have allowed them to show off their skills a little more than Mad Libs that take 20 minutes to set up. So it had nothing to do with, it had nothing to do with Jeff and Wally. Those guys are great, and I'm hoping that they'll forgive us and come back on it another time. Our Mad Libs were still better than Zack Snyder's Justice League script.
So are my daughter's bedtime stories.
Ooh,
okay,
burn.
but are we talking about the 4-hour remake? Because that was pretty friggin' good.
I haven't watched that one because I can't watch it in one sitting.
Watching
well,
like I
so
did.
therefore it must be crap.
Quitter.
Nick.
So anyway, all right. So
did I do it, Tim? Did I do it? Did I win?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I think you did pretty good. Okay, and just to double check, because we've talked about a couple other things. I heard the animation style. I did not hear. Did you say what you want to do for soundtrack? Did I miss it?
It has like a Shreky soundtrack, but also a Shreky cartoon. Well, no, I said Shrek cartoon at first, but I'm changing it to Shreky type soundtrack with an epic vibe to it, like an epic space Shrek vibe, and Detroit Become Human / Mass Effect type cartooning.
All right, cool.
Sounds like
I heard the Mass Effect. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. But yeah, all right, we can do that. Very, very good. And we have another comment about the Mad Libs. Your Mad Libs are still a better love story than Attack of the Clones.
That's not hard. Me and this can of pop have a better love story with each other than Attack of the Clones.
Right. What?
I was just going to say that.
Oh my gosh.
Do it right.
How cheap are you?
No
Dad Libs,
here.
not Mad Libs. Nice, Drayton. All right. Let's see. So for me, I chose a film. It's actually a Disney movie, and some of you may remember this. I actually picked a picture to make you guys see it.
Did you crop your picture?
No, because I'm just bringing up the website, and this way I don't have to have Jeff complain about it. He'll still complain about it, but you know.
I just figured I'd help.
But I don't know if you guys remember this movie. It's called Sky High.
Yes.
So I actually really enjoy the movie. I do. I like the way it was cast. There's not one person in this cast where I'm like, man, I can't believe they picked that person, or why did they pick that person? But at the same time, I also, way back when, I couldn't believe that this was actually a live action movie because it was silly and campy to start with. And I thought this would have been so much better as an animated style movie. Now, the cool thing is that they had some, some pretty cool actors and actresses for that time. In the movie and the way it was set up. Let's see, what was his name? Michael, I can't even say his name, but Michael Regano, this guy. Anyway, right here, that feller, that one right there in the center. I don't know if you guys can see the mouse moving on the screen, but the mouse is moving on my screen, so that. So anyway, then Danielle Panabaker, who's now in The Flash as Killer Frost. She was in it as Layla. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's coming to Netflix here very soon as Kate. It was a very pumped up movie. She was in this, was one of her early on things. But there's a lot of really cool stuff. And yeah, Sky High. Kurt Russell is an American treasure. I think that Mick has changed screens and he is now a Facebook user. I can't be positive. Or if that's still Casey. I can't see who it is.
Let me double check just a second. I think it's still Casey.
Mick is national treasure, not American treasure.
Oh, you're right. Mick
it was Casey.
You're right. Mick does say national treasure. So this is the movie that I picked. I picked Sky High. I really enjoy Sky High. I think it's, like I said, I think it's a great movie. But
Fun.
I think that it would be really cool to see it as an animated version. And if I would do that, I thought, well, Sky High is a little bit silly, a little bit campy, needs to have some humor in it. What's a superhero movie that has a little bit of silliness, a little bit of campiness, and some humor to it? I thought, you know what? I'd like to have Peyton Reed, the man who directed Ant-Man, do this, because I think he's got that understanding. He's familiar with Paul Rudd, and and that all that kind of silliness, and he's able to do that. So I think that's kind of a cool thing. So for Will Stronghold, I thought I'd pick Ty Sheridan. Ty Sheridan was in Ready Player One as Wade Watts. He was the main character. For Layla Williams, who was Danielle Panabaker's character, I wanted to bring in Sadie Sink from Stranger Things, the redheaded girl.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of that spunk, that fire in her, and Layla is one who's at one with plants and everything, but she's really still kind of spunky and sassy, and I thought that Sadie would do that really well. Gwen Grayson, who was played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I thought Isabella Moner from Dora the Explorer would the Dora movie, I thought would be really good in that voiced role. And then War and Peace, the gentleman in the front who looked all rough and tough with the leather jacket. I thought I'd bring in another Stranger Things character. And I'm sure I'm going to slaughter this guy's name too. I apologize ahead of time. Doc Ray Montgomery. He played Billy, Sadie Sink's older brother in the show, who drove around the Camaro.
Yeah.
So always love Spunk and Fire. That's why Kathleen's my favorite. Aww.
She is spunky.
She is. That's why we get along.
You, Kathleen.
So there's two people. There's two people from the
original.
From the original cast I want to keep. So Principal Powers, who was played by Linda Carter, the original Wonder Woman. She was in that. I want to keep her. And then also we had a cameo from Bruce Campbell as Coach Boomer, and I want to keep him as well.
Is Sky High on Disney Plus?
I believe it's on Disney Plus, yeah.
It should be.
And then the two last characters I wanted to bring in, we have to have Will's parents because they're a major part of the story. Will Stronghold's parents, the Commander and Jetstream. So the Commander I'd want played by Paul Rudd. I thought Paul Rudd would be very fun in that role. And then for his wife, Jetstream, Charlize Theron, I thought would be really awesome. And plus, I've always kind of had a little bit of a crush on Charlize Theron. I'm not even going to play. And so, whatever to get her in a movie. Let's do that. Animation style, though, I'd like to see it because I am a fan of the DC Warner Brothers animation style. The 2010 to 2015 Justice League era movies around that time would be the animation style. And the soundtrack style would be something similar to, it's lightning in a bottle. You're never going to catch it twice, but the Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack.
Oh, yes.
I absolutely love Into the Spider-Verse, and I play that soundtrack all the time. Sunflower by Post Malone and the other dude whose name I can't remember, but I always remember that. Yeah, but I love the song Sunflower. So, but yeah, so. But that's my pick. I always thought Sky High was a cool movie. It just needed to be animated.
Tim, you should be a director. That was so meticulously said and thought out. Like, that was perfect.
Well, see, the last couple times I tried doing something like this with Jason involved, I kind of got my rear end handed to me because I didn't think things through. And so...
Because we prepared ahead of time.
Yay, I prepared ahead of time, not waiting till the last one. Sway Lee, that's right. Amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, I love him.
And the summer of Paul Rudd continues. That's right.
Pretty soon, Paul Rudd will look old enough to play a teenager again. He's like de-aging.
He's 53 years old and looks like he's in his 20s. It's ridiculous. I saw a meme yesterday, in fact, in our funny science fiction group that said, either give me Paul Rudd's skincare routine or leave me alone.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know what? I've never even really cared about skincare, but all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Whatever.
Well, and there was another one I saw today that it was the only reason he's not a multimillionaire is because he hasn't released a skincare line. Yes, please. I would love to be aging like Paul Rudd.
Do you have ruddy skin? Use Rudd Atone.
Ooh, natural time right there. Paul Rudd has life goals. You're darn right, Paul Rudd has life goals.
I at least need to get in contact with his people.
We have a wasp. I would remake Rise of Skywalker in the style of Ren and Stimpy, just to hear Palpatine say, "Kylo, you idiot!" Yes. Search your feelings, Tim. You know I can't even get through without laughing, John. I know it's true. Oh,
and that's funny.
So Tina, you're new. John Wass would be my husband.
Yes, I kind of caught on to that a little bit. With the snack situation. And...
Yeah, that one's mine.
Okay.
The Wass that we refer to is her Wass.
That's my Wass. That's a cool last name. Is it German or something?
Yeah, pretty sure it's German.
Mick says I would remake The Sound of Music and have the bad guys win that one time. Yeah, but in that one, aren't you having...
who the bad guys are in that movie, right?
Let's say I'm not even a big fan of that movie, but aren't the bad guys Nazis?
Do we really want the Nazis win is a bad thing?
He did say that one time, so he only wants them to win in the case of this family. I'm trying to defend the comment.
Womp womp.
Ooh, well, when we get people unsubscribing
Even Casey's
tonight.
like, Mick, that's awful.
So
Mick's like, hold up,
unsubscribe.
that's not quite what I meant.
Tonight's
All right.
unsubscribe is brought to you by Mick Manhattan.
And that's right. No matter what the situation, no matter what the movie, Nazis should never win. Exactly.
They didn't
Thank you,
win.
Casey.
They don't win.
That's right. Okay, so let's see. We're kind of winding down on time here. I want to make sure that we have enough time to make sure everybody knows. And first off, I think all your picks were great. So you guys did a good job. Tina, you were all worried about this. You handled it like a pro. You knocked it out the park. Well, it's warm too, so you know. Let's see. Wait, what if the Von Trapp family was rescued by either Indiana Jones or Captain America? Would that make the movie better somehow?
But John, you love the movie.
John, why are you trying to get me to like something? Why?
I like the Sound of Music, and I would
Have
love
you
to
met
see
me?
Indiana Jones involved in that.
John made you like me, Tim.
Just because I want to hear his and Short Round song as they're saving the Von Trapps.
And Grammar Nazis doubly so.
Oh, wait. Did they ever make Van Helsing into a cartoon?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I suck. Yeah, because Van Helsing's awesome. That's all I'm going to say now.
And Valkyrie. Well, it was all about Nazis. So, yeah, then technically the Nazis. Okay, fine. He got us on a technicality. All right. Love you all, Tom.
You're Tom tonight now.
Hey,
He
Tom.
loves you so much he doesn't know your name.
Sad face.
Tom
We all
from
rock.
MySpace.
As long as all the heroes sing. I don't know. Well, I'm
We should
kidding.
come up with a song right now.
It's probably going to be a musical anyway, so it doesn't really matter. They're going to have to sing. All right, so let's make sure that everybody knows. We said we'd circle back, so let's circle back. Tina, where will everybody be able to find Ascend and Conquer?
It's going to be everywhere, but right now, if you're following me on any social media, that's where you'll be able to get updates. I have about 10 episodes recorded, so we should be rolling out here in the next week or two. And you can just go follow me on Instagram at Asian Ranch Sauce, or be my friend on Facebook, Tina Marie Trimpert. It's right there. It was there until Mick's name popped up. Tina Marie Trimpert. It won't be Trimpert for very much longer. And so it's exciting because I'm conquering that beast.
There you go. And at least I have one fan out there as Tom. I'm Drayton's favorite as Tom. Tom's his favorite.
I have sent you a friend request, Tina.
Yay. I was hoping you would.
All right, cool. So yeah, we'll look forward to that. And as well as you did with the other show, I'm sure that this one will do just as good. And as much energy and effort as you put into it, I'm sure that it will do well. So, and before we move on to Jason, I need to give you a minute here to talk about something exciting that's coming up. I told you I was going to give you room to talk about it. So here's some room. Talk about it.
So Indie Pods is officially going to be incorporated. We have awesome Ray Baxter and Maria Daniels working on that. It's finally happening. And we are going to be aiming to do it the exact same days we did it last year, which gives anybody that didn't have a chance to sign up more time to sign up. So it's going to be awesome, just like last year, except this time it's going to be streaming to Roku TV, Apple TV, and all of the normal streaming platforms too. So we're
That's
all
awesome.
going to be famous.
I'm already famous. I'm Tom.
Yes, Tom, you are.
I'm Drayton's favorite. That makes me famous.
Hey, you had a lot of
Do you
fans
mean
when you're on
Drayton?
Facebook, Tom.
That's right.
I mean,
Well, I was really popular on MySpace for a while.
Totally
okay.
not related at all, other than she told people to friend her on Facebook. We have the same birthday.
No freaking way.
Yes!
Leo? I'm a Leo rising. Do
Oh
you
my
know
goodness.
that?
Like
Yeah,
I'm like scrolling through and it's wait a minute.
Happy belated birthday, twin.
Thank you, you too.
All right. So
Jim's like, whatever.
uh,
Back to nerd stuff.
back to nerdery. All
Well,
right, so-
sorry, I got excited because she also said that she has a little kid who's almost 3, and then we share the same birthday, and it's just kind of cool.
September. She turns
September 24th.
3 September 4th.
That's crazy. Look at this,
Yeah.
Tim. Look what you did.
Not scary at all.
You
Anyway,
have started something terrible, Tim.
It probably is a problem.
Look what we have unleashed and released into the world, Jason. I blame you. Anyway, all right. So I haven't been able to give him much crap tonight. I've literally agreed with almost everything that has come out of the man's mouth. I got to give him something somewhere. All right. So what are the dates for Indie Pods then, so people can start looking forward to it?
Last year we did November 29th to December 3rd. This time we're going to do November 29th, probably till December 1st or maybe 2nd. So official date's not exactly set in stone yet because we need to get it fully incorporated first, but I'm going to start posting in our Indie Pods United group. So if you're on Facebook, go to Indie Pods United, Indie, INDIE, Pods United, and join the group, and you can catch a lot of live streamers there, and there will be updates and everything on how to sign up and a Google Doc that you're going to love filling out because questionnaires are fun.
Who doesn't love a questionnaire? All right, cool. All right, so we're going to look forward to that, and as you get more information, of course, Tina, share it with me, and I'll make sure that we share it out here as well, because I know that we are looking forward to being part of Indie Pods and having, I had a blast with it last year. So yeah, it's a good time. And the fact now that it's going to go out on Roku, make it even more accessible for folks. The streaming services makes it even that much cooler. So, all right, Jay, tell us where people can find the awesomeness that is Three Geeks Podcast.
Well, first off, everybody that has that apple juice, go ahead and take a little swig of apple juice every time that everybody says the word bat nipple on this show today. And also, you can find at Three Geeks Podcast everywhere. I'm not ready for this show to end. Tim, is that a Star Wars tie in the background?
Yes, it is.
You should do a Suit Up Monday live show once where everybody wears suits and you wear your Star Wars tie. I wore a Star Wars tie to homecoming my freshman year of high school. That was so cool.
I wouldn't be opposed to Tim directing us as actors, giving us lines and us having to be Star Wars characters.
Yes.
Done. Okay.
I can't act. I look at the camera. I'm kind of like
breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
He loves their coffee.
But anyway, Three Geeks Podcast, we're everywhere. Picking on Tom. Tom's a good guy. I've known Tom since MySpace came out, and we've stayed friends over the last 12 years. Me and Tom. Tom, you're fantastic. I want to thank you for letting me on the show.
I love Tim.
I'm just leaving this up here for a little while because that's a How I Met Your Mother reference, and that's fantastic.
I have that song on my phone.
Nothing suits me like a suit. Anyway, all right.
I thought you didn't like musicals, Tim.
Oh,
it's a musical.
You know what? No
number. She got you.
You know
I will win. I will.
How dare you besmirch How I Met Your Mother? No. We don't do that.
I'm pretty sure Barney did that himself.
Unless it's unsuitable, John. Well, he does that a lot, but that's not the point.
Series of unfortunate events. So good. I'm sorry. My brain just...
Neil Patrick Harris, it does that.
Yeah.
No.
Because now I want to watch... oh my gosh, totally lost the name. Dr. Horrible Sing-Along.
Dr. Horrible, yeah.
Oh, look, the musical Tim likes.
I'm an NPH fan all the way.
Sorry, Tim.
All right. So
meanwhile, I'm still on the toilet.
That's right. All right, so we got about 6 minutes left, Kathleen. We have one more sweep to get through here.
Right. So as a reminder, last Friday we released our interview with Art Bell, the founder of Comedy Central, but he's also a huge sci-fi fan. We talked about his love of the writings of Asimov and Bradbury, as well as his love of Star Trek. So that episode is still up on our Funny Science Fiction YouTube channel and all of your favorite audio podcast providers. Go watch it, people. Just watch it.
It's a good time. Art Bell's he was a lot of fun, and he's it's kind of cool because having been the creator of Comedy Central, a lot of people don't realize that he's actually a really big, not only a comedy fan clearly, but he's also a big fan of sci-fi. And as Drake now says, great interview. Don't miss it. And John also says he's woken up Kathleen watching Doogie Howser more than once.
It's okay. It happens.
It's Doogie Howser, not Droolie Howser. So
it is better than waking up to somebody watching Ancient Aliens at 2 a.m.
Or worse.
Oh, with that crazy guy?
Mm-hmm.
Aliens. All right. So this Friday. That dude looks like he got his head caught in a wind tunnel. It's awesome.
That's the true alien right there.
Just the hair.
It just might be. All right, so Friday's episode of Funny Science Fiction Podcast this Friday morning, you'll be able to catch our interview with the amazing longtime voice actor Larry Kenney. And if you're not familiar with who Larry Kenney is, maybe this will help jog your memory.
Sword of Omens, come to my hand. I, Lion-O, command it. Hi, this is Larry Kenney, the voice of Lion-O, welcoming you to the Funny Science Fiction Podcast. Thundercats! Ho!
I still giggle every time he does Thundercats. I'm like,
you just get like the full body chill. Like
I'm 10 again.
So
I'm 10.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to watch Thundercats every day after I came home from school. That was like my jam. I loved that show. And so for me to be able to talk with Larry Kenney was like really super stupid cool for me.
That's
what else
amazing.
did you get from that interview, Tim?
Hold up, be right back.
I know.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
I'm excited. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he signed it for me. It says to Tim.
Oh, that's so
me. I'm
awesome.
Tim. I don't know if you knew that.
Tim with an I.
It's not Tom. I'm glad he didn't put Tom.
You want to know how much I was actually worried about that when it came in? I was like, I did double check it. I'm like, because he sent one. He was kind enough to not only send one for us individually, but he also signed one that we auctioned off for charity.
That's awesome.
Our podcast does a lot of work with a group called Wish Upon a Teen here in Michigan. They're a wonderful, wonderful charity who help out sick kids when they have to stay in hospitals for extended periods of time. And so they helped out my daughter during her 97-day hospital stay in 2019. And they redecorated her room. We came back from one of her therapy sessions, and they put like beach themes all over the wall. And there's
really cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it was really cute. And the thing is that when your child's in the hospital for a long time, it gets harder and harder for them to have a good time and enjoy themselves, and they smile less and less often. I would have paid anything for the smile I got that day. I mean, it was that amazing. And so
I remember the pictures you guys posted afterward, and
yeah,
I
told my wife that day that anything I could do to help. The director of it is Nancy Sovereign. Nancy and I have become good friends, and anything I can do to help Nancy and anything I can do to help Wish Upon a Teen, I'm going to do. So speaking of them, if you're interested in one of these super awesome, I gave to the Red Shirt Widows and Orphans Fund, coffee mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, phone cases, whatever, 100% of the profits go to Wish Upon a Teen.
He says coffee mug t-shirt. If you want it, it'll print on it.
Yeah, pretty much anything that you can think of that you might kind of sort of want to put something, print something on, there's an opportunity for you to find it. And frankly, we just want to make sure that we can do whatever we can to help Wish Upon a Teen. And I'm putting the link in the chat right now. And you guys can, if anybody's interested, you guys can go buy that. And it's an awesome charity. It gives them an opportunity to make a little bit of money. Because you have to remember, through COVID, it was pretty difficult for these charities to get the funding they needed. It was almost impossible for them to get the funding because they rely on fundraisers. And with COVID last year, when everybody was trying to figure out what COVID was, what COVID wasn't, how it would affect people, how it wouldn't affect people. And then you're talking about a bunch of sick kids and bringing the possibility of a death dealing virus in around a bunch of sick kids. It just wasn't going to happen. So anyway, please go check it out. I'm also going to put a link. If you're not interested in the merch line, that's completely fine. If you think that you would rather make a donation to the website directly, there is their website, wishuponateen.org.
30 seconds.
We technically don't have a timer anymore.
I know, right? There's nothing going on after us.
Yeah.
Well, it's time. Time is relevant.
Time is very relevant. But yeah, go to wishuponateen.org. There's a direct link to donate there. And they're amazing, beautiful people. And I wish that we could give more and we could do more for them. But anyway, that's my spiel for that. Anyway, Larry Kenney, this Friday, Funny Science Fiction. It'll be posted both in audio and video form.
Such a fun interview to do.
Yeah, lots of cool nerdering coming on Friday. It's very nerdiful.
Tim, send me that link for Wish Upon a Teen. I want to get it in the 3 Geeks podcast descriptions too.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. That is awesome.
I'll do it too. I'm jumping on the bandwagon.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
That's fantastic.
Tim, I think you should create an alter ego around Tom and come in one day with a mustache, like an evil mustache. I think it'd be fantastic.
With the tie.
Okay. Here's the problem with that.
You can just
I can't look at myself with a mustache and not laugh.
Then just draw one on and
do it right now.
No,
I got eyeliner. I can draw one on myself.
No, there's all kinds of 70s saxophone music that's played, and it's not a good idea. So
anyway, so
all right. No, thank you for the help, guys. Like Drayton saying, thank you for the help. It's wishuponateen.org, and the link is right there in the chat, and I'll make sure that you guys I'll send it directly to you guys. But tune in on Friday, your favorite audio podcast destination, or YouTube if you want to check out the video. And if you go to YouTube, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it.
And leave them a comment,
because we love what we're doing, and we can't keep doing it without you guys.
Exactly.
And it's obvious, and you guys have great chemistry, and I love watching your show. And even though I can't comment all the time and I have it on, it's really fun to listen to.
Oh, thank you. We enjoy it.
Best host and Kathleen, and then there's Tim.
Fair enough. I was waiting for that one.
I
was
feel
like, we're a minute over. He's a minute late. Let's do this.
I feel like the biggest afterthought to this podcast, and yet somehow I'm Jason's favorite.
Well, because you're not me, so that's why.
And Nick never showed up when Jason's on here, so
I blame Jason. So
he scares away Nick.
It'll happen. Tim keeps inviting me on this frequently, then I will eventually get to meet Nick.
I'm sure it'll happen.
We're Facebook
friends. Nick had some prior commitments tonight that he couldn't work around, and so he had some things to take care of. We miss him, but he'll be back soon. So, all right, guys, we're gonna call it. Thank you so much to Tina and Jason for being on. Please go check out Ascend and Conquer, Tina's new show coming out, and as always, please go check out 3 Geeks, their podcast. It's amazing. We have a lot of fun on there when they allow us to come on, and they've got some craziness going on over there. It's good times.
Okay. We don't have a Kathleen.
Yeah.
Well, no, but you got a Mac.
Sometimes you have a Kathleen.
So, all right, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for playing along with us and putting up with our craziness. We'll see you guys back next Monday for another Funny Science Fiction podcast.
Good night, guys.
On behalf of the rest of the hosts of Funny Science Fiction, we'd like to thank you for listening to this episode. If you'd like to be a guest on one of our future episodes, please contact us by means of our Facebook group, Funny Science Fiction. You can find us on Twitter or Instagram using the handle @FunnySci-Fi, or you can go to DraytonAllen.com and click the Contact Me link at the bottom of the page. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed the episode.